Hello, this is Purple Rosa and I'm continuing on in Elsweyr. So I was finally getting the sky shard near Rimmen here, just outside, and I saw that there was a quest here to do. So I'm gonna do this quest, and then if it's a short one, I'm going to move on to Hakoshae here and see about doing the quest over there.
Don't be sad, horse friend. Gordon will come home soon. This is the life, yes? The sun beating on your shirtless fur, the sweet smell of moon sugar cane wafting through your whiskers. It doesn't get any better than this, Walker. Everything would be perfect if it weren't for those meddling pests.
You have a pest problem?
Adam Nargo prefers to remain positive, so he thinks of it as more of a pest opportunity. Wasps are nesting in his fields, but he can't get rid of them because he's busy consoling his horse over our lost guar, Gordon. This is a very sensitive horse.
Aww. So you lost your guar?
He has a name, friend. His name is Gordon the Guar. He ran off, and Adam Nargo has had no luck luring him back. Gordon and the horse are very close. They often spend hours just staring at each other. It's a bit strange, but Adam Nargo doesn't judge.
I'll get rid of the wasps in your fields and find Gordon the guar.
Thanks for your help getting rid of the wasps in the fields and finding my lost guar. If Adam Nargo's horse wasn't so sad and knew how to talk, he would thank you too.
Tell me about your horse.
He's sad about Gordon, but he's usually a happy horse. The Imperials brought them during their integration, and we've adapted a few breeds for labor. I think he likes working on the farm, and we like having him around, especially Gordon.
Do you like living alongside the Euraxians?
Adam Nargo doesn't give them much thought. We've been sharing Rimmen with them for a very long time, and we'll probably share it with them for much longer. As long as they leave Adam Nargo alone and don't tell him to put his shirt on, it will be fine.
How should I get rid of the wasps?
Kill them with fire! Adam Nargo is serious, Walker. He loves his horse, and he's fairly fond of Gordon. But those meddling wasps can burn.
So why did you name your guar Gordon?
Because he looks like a Gordon. I'm sure you'll agree when you see his face.
We will see. So let's burn these wasps with fire. I'll just change my skills. Here's a wasp nest. I'll probably get attacked. Nope. Well, this will be easy. Wonder where Gordon is though. Gordon the guar. So these are moon sugar fields.
Keeping myself busy here.
I can see that. So yeah, I do like how they have the farmlands right outside the city, because it is how most things were in fantasy medieval type times. The farmlands were always just outside the cities. So Gordon's gotta be over this way. Oh, what is that? Ooh! Ooh! He's pretty! Oh, there's Gordon. Don't tell me you're gonna eat Gordon. You have to get through me first.
Did you come to share this lizard with Zanzag? You can have the neck. Maybe a hind leg if you're lucky.
No! This guar belongs to Hadamargo.
Everything that moves belongs to Zanzag, especially when he's hungry. Tell Hadamnargo that if he has a problem with that, Zanzag can eat his precious horse instead.
Ah, how dare you! You don't want to eat a guar, the meat is tough and scales get stuck in your teeth. You don't want to eat this guar, his name is Gordon. Yeah, you don't want to eat him.
How did you know that Zanzag is uncomfortable eating things with first names? Zanzag will find his dinner somewhere else. Now that you mention it, he does look like a Gordon.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, he's pretty. I guess he's a scent rat. I'm not sure.
Tell Hadamnargo that the only reason his lizard continues to breathe is because Zanzag allows it. And remind him that these fields still belong to me.
You can speak?
Of course! You never met a scent rat before? Or you just never bothered talking to one? Most think we are only good for riding into battle, but we are as intelligent as any Khajiit. Only more likely to eat strangers who ask stupid questions.
Don't look at me like that. So yeah, he's a scent rat. All the other scent rat I've seen have been a brownish colour, but he's really pretty. Anyway, actually, get him against the sun. Move my pet. Yeah, enough of that. But he's a really pretty scent rat. We saved Gordon from being eaten. Hopefully he doesn't try to eat the horse that
The moon
Hadamargo
hallowed.
has.
Bright moons guide you on your path, hallowed.
Does he really look like a Gordon? He just looks like every other guar.
You got rid of the wasps and you found Gordon. Hadamnargo can't tell you how happy this makes his horse. Did you run into any trouble?
I met Sansa. He told me to tell you that these fields belong to him.
Ah, Zanzag. We established this farm together, but things got strange when Hadamnargo bought his horse. I think he was jealous. But I never felt comfortable riding on something that talked back. Please, accept this gift for everything you've done.
What are you talking about? I'd love it if my mount could talk back to me. Oh, that was a cool quest. So, he used to ride Sansa around the farm, but then he got the horse, so he doesn't need Sansa anymore. Guess Sansa just got jealous. But yeah, it was cool seeing a different coloured scent rat. Ooh, there he is.
Tell Hadam Nargo that the only reason his lizard continues to breathe is because Sansag allows it. And remind him that these fields still belong to me.
We know. Yeah, he's cool. I wish I could take him with me. See, these are the main Sentrat that we've seen with this colouring. So yeah, cool seeing a white one. This one can also speak, I guess.
Don't call us mounts. Nobody mounts a Sentrat. Riders shut up and follow where we lead, or they land whiskers first in the mud. If you want a mount, go buy a dumb animal.
Okay. Okay. Carry on. So yeah, we'll head to... What was it? Hakoshae? Hope I'm saying that right. And see about doing the quest over there. So Hakoshae, I think it's just a small town. Over here. It's a pretty... Looks like there is a quest.
Perhaps a direct approach would be the best.
Sure. Wait, he's from Morrowind, I think. Morag.
Well, look at that. If it isn't Nayu's little hero, who'd have thought we'd meet again? In Elsweyr, of all places. You wouldn't happen to be traveling to the town of Hakoshae, would you?
It is! Yes, we get to meet someone we've already met. What are you doing here? Why do you ask?
I'm investigating a rumor about the town's leader, Magnate Faina Darok. Word has it that she's a descendant of the Akaviri Potentate. A rather curious rumor, given that the Potentate's bloodline should have been wiped out over a century ago.
Potentate? And why are you investigating this rumor?
It's a personal matter pertaining to my grandfather's legacy. Painful as it is to say, my family's reputation depends on proving this rumor false. You wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? I could use a lending hand.
So he's not on a contract. This is a personal matter. I'm glad we get to see him again. I can help you investigate this rumor.
Why don't you begin by speaking to the lady in question? The magnate should be in the town square. Strike up a conversation and see what she reveals. In the meantime, I'll begin my own investigation. See what I can dig up.
How have things been, Asher?
Well, I would just love to give you all the torrid details of my last few writs. I'm afraid that secrecy comes with the job description. Suffice it to say, I've kept myself busy.
Any ideas about what Naru is up to lately?
Oh, you know her. Probably up to the usual. A little wine, a little murder. Honestly, I generally find it in my best interest to not know exact details. Especially after all that trouble we went through in Balmora.
Yeah, true about that. But now you've come to visit Elsweyr.
Decided to come for a bit of sightseeing. After all, I heard Hakoshae is lovely this time of year.
And you don't happen to have a writ, do you?
Perhaps. After all, the Morag Tong does like to keep me busy. But right now, what I need to do is gather information. Prove yourself useful, and I may be willing to share some further details.
Ooh. Very well. Tell me about the Akaviri Potentate.
Hakoshae was built after the fall of the Akaviri Potentate. It's been, let's see now, a little over 100 years now? Yes, right around that. The town was founded by the Akaviri refugees who fled during that time.
The town was founded... Ooh. Tell me more about the Akaviri.
The Akaviri come from the land of Akavir, a continent east of Tamriel. They first invaded Tamriel in the First Era, but were ultimately convinced to join the Empire. Hakoshae is populated by their descendants.
Interesting. And you said the Akaviri who founded Hakoshae were refugees?
Yes, The Akaviri took the fall of the Potentate as a rather obvious sign that they were no longer welcomed in Cyrodiil. Many of them fled to Elsweyr. Hakoshae is but one of the settlements that was founded.
So the people of Hakoshae are all Akaviri?
I suppose that's a matter of perspective. After all, generations of imperial marriages have considerably thinned the bloodline. Still, Hakoshae does strive to maintain Akaviri culture and customs, starting with the town's rather distinct name.
Huh. I'd like to hear more about your grandfather's legacy.
As an agent of the Morag Tong, my grandfather had the honor of executing the last remaining heir of the Akaviri Potentate. But here's the tricky bit. My grandfather and the heir both disappeared during the attempt. The Morag Tong presumed them dead.
But now you have a reason to think otherwise?
If Magnate Fenadarak truly is the descendant of the Potentate, it proves without a shadow of a doubt that my grandfather failed. And such failure would be a grave dishonor to my family name. That's why I'm keen to prove this rumor false.
Yeah, that makes sense. Of course I'll help you, Asher. It's nice seeing him in more casual dress, compared to what he was wearing in Morrowind. So this is the Akaviri town. I like all these lore tidbits here and there. So Hakoshae. So this is all Imperials. Well, Akaviri descendants.
I haven't been able to sleep all week. Please, can't you do something?
Of course. I'll have the town guards investigate tonight.
Thank you, Magnate Fenadarak.
And who do we have here? Come, let us speak.
Magnate?
Welcome to the town of Hakoshae. I must say it is not often I see a new face. Have you perhaps come to take part in our festival?
A festival?
The Proving Festival, yes. Through a series of trials, the people of Hakoshae must prove themselves to their ancestors. We do so by completing 3 trials, otherwise known as the 3 proofs.
Can you tell me about these 3 proofs?
First, the proof of reference calls on our ancestors to witness our deeds. Second, the proof of strength displays our might and bravery. Lastly, the proof of wisdom tests our knowledge and wit. Through these trials, we show our worth.
I'd like to join this festival if I may.
Of course. I'm sure you too have ancestors you wish to honor. First, you must speak with Domitia Nasica. You'll find her just by the river. Listen well to her words, for she will guide you through your first trial.
All right, I'll talk to Dominata Narcissa.
Let me know if you have any other questions. I realize that Hakoshae can be quite the curiosity for travelers such as yourself.
Yes. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation earlier. Some sort of trouble?
Nothing to worry about. Domitia just hasn't been sleeping well. She believes there's something prowling around her house at night. I suspect it to be just bad dreams.
Could be a vampire. But you're going to have the town guard search?
Of course. I'd never dismiss a citizen who seeks my aid. Having the town guards investigate will help ease Domitia's fears. That alone may be enough to stop her nightmares. And if the dreams continue, I'll make sure she's seen by a healer.
I see. Tell me about Hakoshae.
Though Hakoshae is known for its Akaviri ancestry, the truth is that our imperial bloodline runs far richer. Still, we honor our Akaviri ancestors by maintaining some of their customs. The Proving Festival is a shining example of that.
Tell me about this festival.
The Proving Festival has not been celebrated since Hakoshae was first founded. I didn't even know it existed until I found a first-hand account of the festival in my family's records. It's been quite the challenge getting everyone up to speed.
Why did Hakoshae stop celebrating it?
I'm not sure. Perhaps the town just wasn't interested in celebrations when Hakoshae was first founded. They were refugees, after all. You can read about it yourself if you're so inclined. I happen to have the book with me.
Can you tell me about yourself?
I hold the title of Magnet, though I have no emperor who supports me. Still, my family has led Hakoshae since its founding, and chose to take the title to reflect that role. It has been my honor to lead this town for over 10 years now.
So she's the town mayor, I guess. Why has your family always led the town?
Because it was our family who founded it. My ancestors wished to create a place of safety and peace, where Akaviri traditions could continue to be passed down and honored. A goal I still strive to respect to this day.
I can't help but notice your name. Is it Akaviri?
Yes, as is my family's tradition. We tend to keep closer to our Akaviri heritage than most. I even speak a little of the language, though I suspect my accent is quite atrocious.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know much about the Akaviri myself, so it will be fun to delve into this quest area and learn more about them. Proving Festival. Let's read what this is about. Hakoshae is but a pale light compared to the radiance of Imperial City. Our homes are simple, our lives filled with daily toil. My once soft hands are now covered in calluses and dirt, but still we are safe. The magnate has even announced that we will be starting the Proving Festival soon. For once in my life I have no worry about dishonouring my ancestors. I have travelled long and worked hard to help build Hakoshae. I am sure my actions have pleased those who came before me. The Proving Festival has begun, though it is laced with a bittersweet taste. I cannot help but remember that a mere 300 years ago we held this same celebration in our family's beautiful estate. There was feasting, dancing, music and more. 1,000 stories were told, 1,000 songs were sung, and beautiful decorations covered our home. The Proving Festival in Hakoshae is a far simpler affair. There are no feasts, for we have little food to sustain us. There are no decorations, for all our efforts have gone to building the town we now call home. The stories of grand adventures are told by tired elders, the labourers of their day clinging heavily to their voices, but still I am grateful for the magnate's decision. It is good to feel Akaviri again. My sister spoke of a strange noise she heard last night, slow stumbling near her window. She awoke but was too afraid to look. I told her that there was nothing to worry about, but my heart is now heavy. Everyone knows that the festival calls upon our ancestors to judge us. Depending on how well we have honoured them, they will send us good fortune or bad luck, but to cross over to the realm of the living means that they have been greatly angered. I only pray that my ancestors were not the ones who visited Hakoshae last night. May they watch over us always and happily remain within the afterlife. The Proving Festival is complete and no one has died a horrific death. I now believe my sister's story to be just a dream, foolish of me to buy into her nightmares. The closing ceremony had a strange air, however. The magnate, a usually solemn and stern man, seemed even more grim today. He spoke of the festival and how we had honoured our ancestors. A common speech, one that I've heard my own father recite many times, but then he talks about how our actions every day prove ourselves to our ancestors, that we shouldn't have to beg for their attention or prove ourselves with silly tasks and meaningless riddles, that just by building and maintaining Hakoshae we have done more than enough to please those who came before us. I am unsettled by these statements. It almost sounds as if the magnate does not wish to hold the Proving Festival next year. I sincerely hope this to not be the case. This hearth fire we celebrated an important part of Akaviri culture. I would hate for us to give that up, as we already given up so much. Interesting. So the Hakoshae festival is about honouring your ancestors?
Luckily, Hakoshae has managed to stay neutral to most of the region's conflicts. You won't find anyone willing to join a war in this town. It's bad enough that we have to deal with these dragon attacks.
True, true. There's another book here. So we have to go talk to Dominata Narcissa. Oh, there's a band.
Hey, are you buying?
Did you know that it was the Potentate Hakoshae who sanctioned the Guilds Act? If not for him, we wouldn't have the Mages Guild, the Fighters Guild, and so many others. The Akaviri gave so much to Tamriel, with so little given in return.
Huh. So who's this?
It's such an honor to lead the Proof of Wisdom for this year's Proving Festival. Though I must admit, I'm not much of an academic.
This is a nice little town. Captain Varus.
The Proving Festival has certainly made my job easier. With so many of the town's residents worrying about their ancestors, everyone's been on their best behavior.
Yep. So where's this person I have to see? I think I passed them. Looks like they're outside of town. Down here.
Oh, you're that traveler I saw earlier. Do you need something?
Oh, she's the one that commented about the bad dreams. The magnate has allowed me to join the festival and said I should speak to you.
Truly, that was certainly nice of her. Your first step is to complete the Proof of Reverence. This trial allows us to call upon our ancestors to watch over us, as we prove ourselves worthy of their name.
How do I do that?
With this paper lotus, write the names of your honored ancestors on its petals, and place the lotus in the river. This will allow it to float into the afterlife. Think of it like a calling card, a way to get your ancestors to pay attention.
I'll place the paper lotus in the river.
Return to me when you've completed your task. Oh, and feel free to ask any questions you may have. This is Hakoshae's first proving festival in over a century, after all. I'm sure you're just as curious as everyone else.
I am. Tell me more about the Proof of Reverence.
Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead.
Is that based on an Akaviri belief?
Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog and landing on shores filled with restless spirits.
Interesting. And do you believe that?
I used to, when I was little. Whenever I would go jump in a puddle, my mother would yell, "Stop that! You'll fall right into the afterlife." Truthfully, though, she just didn't want my dress to get muddy.
And you said this was your first proving festival?
Excited, of course. Honestly, I'm shocked we gave up the tradition in the first place. No one even remembered the festival existed until the magnate found an old record about it.
If it's not a tradition, why did Hakoshae decide to have the festival now?
Our town doesn't have much wealth or power, but we do take pride in our ancestry. Learning about our Akaviri culture and celebrating it is important to us. And the Proving Festival is the perfect way to do just that.
Huh. So let's do this. Honored ancestors. Whatever. I don't know. Oh wow. Honored ancestors, please accept this lotus flower. There it goes.
Through this proof, you have shown reverence. Well done. Next is the proof of strength. You'll need to... I'm sorry. I'm just so tired today. There's been a lot of strange noises at night lately, and I haven't slept very well.
Is that what you and the magnate were talking about?
You overheard that? Ah, well, yes. I've started hearing noises at night. Heavy breathing, uneven footsteps that seem to shuffle about. At first I thought I was dreaming it all, but now I am not too sure.
Any idea what it might be?
I don't, though the magnate has promised to send a patrol out tonight. Hopefully they'll find whatever it is. But you've got a proof to complete. Head over to Vectressy for your next task. He's just a little ways west of here, right up the hill.
Alright, I'll head to Vectressy.
Good luck with the proof of strength, and let me know if you need anything.
Will do. This town seems really friendly so far from the people I've talked to. Could all be a cover, of course. But yeah, her dreams, well, not dream, being woken up at night and hearing something. Could be a vampire, could be zombies. Something weird's going on.
What can I do for you, traveler?
I'm here to complete the proof of strength the magnate gave me permission.
You wish to prove yourself before your ancestors. Very well. To the north lies a cave wherein beautiful sugar daisies grow. Bring me one and you will have proved your strength.
How does that prove my strength?
Ah, didn't I mention? The cave also happens to be a cinch lion lair, and I doubt the beasts will be particularly fond of your intrusion. Best of luck, traveler.
Alright, I'll bring you back the flower.
Make sure to keep your senses about you. Cinch lions aren't beasts to take lightly.
I know. Tell me more about the proof of strength.
The Akaviri have always placed a great emphasis on martial prowess. The proof of strength shows our ancestors that we remain strong and are prepared to face any danger that may befall us.
Are the Akaviri known to be great warriors?
The greatest. Akaviri warriors are known for both their might and magic. It was only because of their aid that General Rimmen was able to pacify all of Tamriel under his rule. Why, it was Akaviri who founded the Dragon Guard.
Yes, the Dragon Guard?
Proud warriors who formed the Dragonborn Rimmen's personal guard. Unfortunately, they seem to have disbanded after the Akaviri Potentate fell. I still think they're around, though, waiting for their moment to return.
There's one. I'm kind of glad I came to this quest area because we get to learn more about the Akaviri. And the Dragon Guard, which is part of the main quest, which we learned about before. I didn't really plan this, it's just a coincidence. Which is weird. But, yeah, works out well. So we have to go to this cave over there and get the sugar daisy. But I'm going to end this one here and we will continue this on in the next one. I will see you around. Thanks for watching.